I switched phones with my identical twin as a prank. His boss called and said, "The body's been found." I convinced Lachlan to swap phones for the day because our mom still couldn't tell our voices apart after 32 years, and I thought it would be funny when she called him thinking it was me and asked about the anniversary dinner I was supposedly planning for our parents. Harmless fun between identical twins who'd spent their whole lives trading places. His phone rang 2 hours later while I was at the gym. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. "Lachlan, it's Brendan. The body's been found." My stomach dropped. I stood there gripping the phone, my brother's phone, while a stranger's voice delivered news about a body. I asked what body, my voice coming out wrong. Silence. Then he asked if this wasn't Lachlan. I told him I was Lachlan's brother and wanted to know what was going on, but he said he needed to speak with Lachlan directly. The line went dead. I called Lachlan immediately. He didn't pick up. I called again. Nothing. I texted that someone named Brendan had called about a body and demanded to know what the fuck was happening. He called back 10 minutes later, saying he could explain. I asked him to explain what, who was Brendan, what body, but he just told me to give him his phone back, that he'd handle it. When I pressed him about whether he was in trouble, he insisted he wasn't, that it was complicated. I drove to his apartment. He buzzed me up without asking questions, which meant he'd been expecting this. When he opened the door, he looked exhausted in a way I'd never seen before. I asked him how long he'd been lying to me. He sat down heavily on his couch. 3 years. I asked about what. "I'm not in software sales, Joel. I'm a forensic anthropologist. I work with the county medical examiner's office identifying human remains from cold cases." I stared at my identical twin, my mirror image, who I thought I knew completely. I asked why he would lie about that. Because of Valerie, our sister. She'd been missing for 18 years. Disappeared when she was 19, when Lachlan and I were 14. Our parents spent years searching, hoping, destroying themselves with possibilities. The family couldn't handle me working with dead bodies, Mom especially. Every case I worked, she'd think I was somehow looking for Valerie, or that I'd found her, or that I was obsessed. I couldn't do the work and watch her fall apart every day. I told him he'd lied to everyone. I lied to protect her, to protect all of you. That call you got, Brendan's my supervisor. We've been working a case, remains found in a state park 3 counties over. Been there for years. Female. Approximately 19 years old when she died. The room tilted. I asked if it was her. We won't know for weeks. DNA takes time. But I had to tell you because Mom's going to find out when the news breaks and I can't let her hear it from a reporter. I've spent 3 years secretly hoping every case might give us answers, and dreading it at the same time. I thought about all the family dinners where he talked about fictional sales meetings and made-up clients, maintaining an elaborate lie while carrying this weight alone. I told him he should have told us. He asked if I would have let him do this job if I'd known. If Mom would have survived knowing he spent every day with the cases nobody solved, the people nobody's identified. I wanted to say yes. I couldn't. He said he needed to go to the office, be the one to tell Mom and Dad before this became public, and asked if I wanted to come with him. I said of course I was coming. We drove in my car, Lachlan turning his phone over and over in his hands. When we pulled up to our parents' house, I saw Mom through the front window, setting the table for Sunday dinner, the same way she'd done every week for 18 years, always setting an extra place that nobody mentioned. Lachlan got out of the car, but didn't move toward the house. What if it's her, Joel? What if I finally found our sister by doing the one thing Mom couldn't stand the thought of me doing? I didn't have an answer. We walked to the door together, and he knocked even though he had a key, because some conversations you can't just walk into. Mom opened it, smiled at both of us, and said what she always said about her beautiful boys being together. She didn't know yet that only one of us had spent 3 years searching through death for a ghost, or that the call I'd answered might finally bring Valerie home.